everyone, it's Misty here, design team member for Stamp Anything. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I have a card that I love more than life. Like, this card took a turn and I love it. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a slimline card and for Madonna. So if you missed it, this month's release is 80s, and we did Michael Jackson last week. I turned him into the zombie from Thriller for a Valentine's Day card. This week I'm using Madonna, next week is Prince, and then there's also a digital stamp this time, which is Tina Turner. You can get all of these over on the Stamp Anything website. Yeah. Okay, what else do I need to tell you? If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. We hit 700, our next goal is 1,000, and you can help us get there by subscribing, sharing with your friends, liking all of the YouTube things. You can find our Facebook group in the in the description box, along with all of the things I used today, including colors, etc. This one was a little labor intensive, but it really was a labor of love, and listen, so Rob thought the speaker from the boombox was a waffle. It's like, it's not a waffle. It's supposed to be a speaker. I said, but I'm turning it into a disco ball. So that's how this card went. So yeah, okay, let's head over to my craft table and I'll walk you through this really fun 80s neon themed card. As we go through this video, I just want to let you know that there's something going on with my color, white balance. I don't know. I tried to fix it, but I can't promise that it looks any better. But just bear with me, okay? My camera was acting Willy Wonka. Actually, both of them have been acting Willy Wonka, so hopefully I won't need a new one. But yeah. So my thought for this Madonna is I wanted her to very much resemble what she looked like in her Like a Virgin video, kind of in the white dress, etc. Now, if you know me and you follow me for any length of time, you know that I don't like the shade white with gray, because to me, I feel like it looks dirty and dingy. And I kind of ended up doing the same thing here with like more like kind of cream color, but I actually don't mind this one as much as I would have minded it if it was gray. So I also deliberately chose to keep her skin tone very pale and her hair very pale, just kind of to fit the aesthetic, but also she was pretty pale for a while during her career. So yeah. Okay, so for the skin tone, I used E21, 51, and 000, and then the 0, the color Splendor, and then of course R20 for her cheeks. So when I say I was keeping her very fair, I kept her very, very fair. But this is actually a color story I won't mind, or color combination that I'm not going to mind using again. I really like how it turned out. It looks much better in person. And then there's a picture at the end. You'll be able to see it as well. So for her outfit, I used E41 and E40. So just two colors and then a little bit of the color Splendor to kind of just blend it out. I'm keeping the darkest color like in the folds of her dress, on the kind of outer edges where there would be shadows, etc. You guys know that I am not someone who picks a light source, all of that with biddy-doo-dah. I'm a card maker, not an artist. So I color as a card maker and not an artist. And I mad props to people who can color with the direction and all that. That's just not me, y'all. It's just not me. So pretty simple coloring on her today. Like I said, I was really trying to keep it along the lines of her Like a Virgin kind of white dress. Yeah. So for her hair, I knew that I wanted it to be like a brunette to like a very light blonde. But I wanted it to be more cool toned, and I was having a hard time kind of deciding on a cool toned brown that would like lead itself into a kind of lighter, more kind of blondie color. So I decided to go with the 40s. So 47 is my darkest. Then I did 44, 43, and 42 for the blend. So this was a practice. Sometimes I stamp a practice one just to get my color straight. And I always do my blends. So I have a hex chart by Sandy Allnock, which I absolutely love. But sometimes I still like to pull other colors in and just kind of play with the blend. And this is how I do it. Now I've switched cardstock on my printed. When I do digital stamps, I'm now using the Hammermill 60 pound, which actually blends just as easily as the 100 pound. So, but I use the 100 pound when I stamp. So for her hair, I'm not doing any like hair strokes or anything like that. You guys know I don't really do that. I'm just starting at the top with the darkest color and then just adding color as we go along and keeping the darkest very much at the crown of her head, at the top of her bangs, or at the, like toward the crown and toward the scalp, and then working my way out to the lighter color. And again, I just really love how this turned out. I probably could have gone in, and maybe I'll do that sometimes, kind of color a different way where I go in with, some colored pencil and add some hair strokes and stuff like that. Again, it's just not something that I love. And I can't put that light of pressure on my markers for some reason. I'm just incapable of it. If I don't have like a wide space of hair to color like this, to me, it just doesn't make any sense, but I am in awe of people who can. Let me tell you. Okay, so I went ahead and cut her out with her coordinating die, and I am bringing in a gold glitter gel pen for her earrings and her shoes. And then on her dress, from the Like a Virgin, she had these kind of lace hearts or all over the skirt. So I brought in my Jelly Roll kind of glitter pen to add little hearts. And then this is a Micron brush pen, and I brought that in to do her pupils. So initially I thought I would have her on stage and I was going to have that happy birthday to you behind her on the stage. And then I wanted to use the little speaker, or the waffle as Rob called it, for disco balls. So I have this holographic paper, and then I kind of changed courses in the middle of it, which I normally do. I told you guys before, I don't really come in this with like a solid plan. I just kind of make it up as I go. So this is my bag of scraps. This is where I keep all of my scraps. And I try to pull from this bag first before I move on to my other paper storage. And I've done a thing on my channel now for years called Faux Neon. And it's basically black and then a hot pink, a lime green, like a Caribbean blue kind of color, and then sometimes an orange, red, and a yellow, sometimes purple. I've been doing that now for years, and I absolutely love it. And what better card to do neon on than an 80s Madonna themed card? So I am not going to be using the hand that you see there, the crowd. I'm going to be just using the Happy Birthday to You die set. Again, I will have everything linked down below because I don't remember exactly what it's called. And then, yeah. So I'm also going to be bringing in some adhesive sheets. You guys know I like to do that when I'm going to be working with small die cuts. So yeah. So I cut down that strip into 3 pieces, and I've washi taped them together, and then I've put my ball on top of it so I could cut 3 out at one time. And here I am cutting out strips for the Happy Birthday to You and the 2 musical notes. And I am cutting all of that out of every single color. I don't think I end up using the green. I can't really remember. But I know that I went ahead and was going to, but then I decided I felt like I had enough color. And then I decided to go ahead and use, cut this out in the white. So, there are a couple of cards I've done over the past couple of holiday card series on my channel, where I did white on like a color, and I love the way that looks for this faux neon technique. And today I just decided to put it on a black background. So you may have seen Quill. Is it Quill or Quinn? I don't remember on the back of this. And that's because I save my scraps, and if I don't need it, I go ahead and keep it. I tried to do zero waste card making. I don't always succeed, but I do my best. So here is that adhesive paper that I've told you about. You can get adhesive sheets from basically pretty much everywhere. Sizzix makes them. I just picked up a bunch of them off Amazon. Just look for double-sided adhesive paper. I just absolutely love it. I feel like it's perfect when you're using these kind of really delicate die cuts, because I hate messing with glue. I'm the messiest when it comes with glue. And this kind of gives me the opportunity to not have to fiddle with that. And I know there are fine tip glue pens you can do, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I don't want to. I don't want to. You cannot make me. I mean, I could if I really wanted to, but I don't. This is so much easier for me. You guys know, or if you don't know, I have rheumatoid arthritis and I already have dexterity issues in my hands and try to fiddle around, and then my hands get shaky sometimes. So it's like, let me just do it this way. And it's so much easier for me. And these just pop out like stickers. So I'm just throwing them into this little container and then we'll come back to them. And I did end up cutting out the bee with the same holographic paper because I wanted the bee and the happy birthday to do it. So this is a slimline card base, card layer. I used a cover plate that I had in my stash. I'm actually going to ask Kevin, can we get some cover plates? If you don't know what a cover plate is, it's basically a way to emboss without having to use an embossing folder. So it doesn't die cut anything, it just embosses. And I felt like I was working with just a plain black piece of paper, and I felt like it needed a little bit of texture behind it. I didn't want to try to use an embossing folder, and I didn't want to try to ink blend anything on the back. I just wanted that little kind of hint of texture, and I love this one. I've used it a million bazillion times, but any kind of cover plate, or even if you do have an embossing folder, will do. So I have some metallic embroidery floss that I picked up from Amazon, and I'm just using some of that to kind of tie these or hang these mirror balls from the card. So I'm going to put a piece on the back, and then I'm going to wrap it around the back of this and secure it with some washi tape. That's how I do all of my ribbon, etc. So that is what I'm going to do. And then I just staggered them on the card. Really simple. I mean, this took forever, but it mainly took forever because I couldn't make up my mind. But if I'd gone into it with exactly in mind what I wanted to do, this would have gone really, really fast because it was really simple, easy coloring. I only used a few colors. I wasn't doing a whole lot of like intense blending, etc. So yeah. And there you can see that I'm adding the washi tape on the back, and this is what it looks like with all done. So now, since I use those adhesive sheets, I basically just have stickers, and I just have to peel them off and put them down. I'm trying to spread out the notes, and then I'm going to add some to the white. Initially, I was going to leave them white, but then I decided to go ahead and add some. Now, of course, I'm going to cover up the side right here with Madonna, but she's going to go in the middle, but I think this is just a fun card. And again, it's neon, duh. When better to use a neon color scheme than when you're dealing with the 80s? I just think, you know what I mean? Did I have anything neon? Yes. When I played softball, I think it was in third grade, third grade, we had neon pink and blue tops. And we had to wear bike shorts, and I had like black bike shorts with neon pink strips. And then when I was in not color pink, what was that called? Show choir. Ooh, we had like neon outfits because we sang hot, hot, hot. Anyway, that was a lane swerve. Memories. So I added some pop dots on the back of Madonna, and this is the finished look. Isn't this so much fun? I love it so much. And that holographic paper was sent to me by a subscriber years ago, but I'm sure you could find some somewhere else. So that's what she looks like under just my studio lights. And this is what she looks like after I've taken her picture. So that's it for today, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you. Let me know what you think of this card in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you're on the Stamp Anything channel watching this, we are heading toward 1,000. If you're on my Jolly Fat Elf channel watching this, we're heading to 14K. And as soon as we get there, we'll have a giveaway. All right, friends, I will see you next week for another video. Bye for now.